When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Coleman. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Miami's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Man down on the play as you... take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, going up top. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Lyle. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it to the back. Pick up for 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a 3rd down situation, knowing exactly where the 1st down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class and this next cycle.
Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And on that 3rd down, that play is set up to beat man-to-man coverage. You see the receiver, the ball gets thrown out in front of him, and he's able to get away from the defender, make some people miss, use the speed, setting up 1st and goal.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Miami! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Runs through the tackle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Catch in the middle, it's Davis. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
Number 37 on to kick it away.
Holds it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Lyle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He wants to throw it again. It's complete on the right side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the ground, it's Lyle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the first. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive. And now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it. Turning it on. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Quickly out to the tight end.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He'll ride his man on the option. Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Canes. Great job by the back on the option.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point.
17. Stanford, 6.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. This is a designed run. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away.
Number 37 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays and big...
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. Looks as if we have an injury on that. Play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Makes the grab. It's Lofton. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Hurricanes! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And it'll be incomplete. This deep. Physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Got it set up on the outside. He steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Red pass hits complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Eakin. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
This time on target. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Coleman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Stanford to the line on third and long. Wants to throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes a catch. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Rushes on him. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try the left side. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Caught behind the line. It's Sherrill. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, man, and for the defense, you're just like, dang it, if that would have just stayed in bound for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened, but the offense definitely dodged a bullet on that one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Moore. Makes the grab, and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and... He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Miami!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They're working that left side. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Looking to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up first and goal.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
Miami 34, Stanford 20.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Eakin. Breaks into the open. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He'll pull it down and run. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got his man downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone.
There he goes. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. The Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quick completion to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's taking the shot. Holds it in on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the move, it's Eakin. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work. 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
48, Stanford, 20.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and he's got some space. Defense picks it up. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
And there's so much skill to these returns. As soon as you get the football, man, watch the defensive guys turn into blockers and understanding how to follow your blockers, and he did everything right.
Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll pull it on the read. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another one. And it's loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. DB's right up on the receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Ends it off on the counter. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lofton. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Deacon. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles.
Turning it on! They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
At the 11-yard line. Brings up second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the red. And about to go to 10-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Going to take a shot on second and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And now on second down for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. And the Canes line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
And they'll take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.